connecting Indigenous musicians and artists to the world. Welcome to Indigenous Superstars with your host, Rhonda Head.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm coming to you live from Opaskwayak Cree Nation, and I'm in Bigedi, the heart of OCN. So it's I'm really happy to be back on the show tonight. And tonight I'm interviewing my 87th guest, so I'm pretty excited about that. And it's been a long year for all of us because of COVID, but that's how the show got started, is because of COVID. And my first guest that I had was Desiree Dorian back in April. So I'm really happy to announce that tonight is my 87th guest. And I've been interviewing guests like probably once or twice a week. And I took a few weeks off in June to recuperate from surgery I had, and I'm doing well now and back on my feet and ready to hit the road again with this Indigenous Superstars. And there's so many amazing artists out there that still need to be interviewed. And this show has given the artists a platform to share their music and their journeys in music as well. Some of the stories that the artists have told have been really interesting and incredible stories that they've shared. And a lot of the artists that I've interviewed as well, they told me that they would not be interviewed by anyone but me. So a lot of the interviews I had were exclusive interviews. So I'm really proud to say that about the show Indigenous Superstars. So with that, I'm just gonna play my video of the music award that I'm working on. I'm going to be postponing it for a couple more months because I'm working on getting the show to be a nonprofit corporation. So that way I could apply for funding and hire staff. So that's what I want to do. So I hope the artists continue to submit because we're keeping them. And well, here's the video, so check it out.
It's an evening of celebration as the inaugural Indigenous Superstars Music Awards 2021 features 26 categories and the chance to take home top honor of the year. This awards ceremony will increase awareness of a songwriter's craft and gain recognition online and through promotion. The show will be streamed live on Indigenous Superstars and Frog Radio, with an announcement coming soon on the date of our awards celebration. To register your songs or single, they must have been released and distributed on Spotify between January 1st, 2019 and July 31st, 2021 at midnight. Entries for submissions are already underway. For all the details and to see the list of 26 categories, plus hear artist song entries, please visit our website at indigenousuperstars.com.
So there you go. Please submit your songs, and me and my sister are currently working on the actual award right now. So when that's completed, I'll share it on an upcoming show. Excuse me. So I just wanted to announce too, with the show gets also aired on a podcast, and one of the platform I use is it's called Buzzsprout, and they keep track of how many people download and listen to the show. And this week I reached 1,000 downloads, and people are watching from or people are listening and downloading the show from all over the world. So that's really exciting for me and for the artists that are on the show, because the world is watching and listening. So I'm really excited to share with everyone, and to share our music with fans from all over the world. And I want to thank the fans for downloading the episodes of Indigenous Superstars. So with that, I'm going to introduce our 87th guest. And my 87th guest is Dale Mack. He's a singer-songwriter from White Bear First Nation in Saskatchewan. The storytelling in his lyrics and driving music are both backed by his soulful and energetic guitars. Whether performing acoustic in intimate venues, driving his amp driven blues, or energetic roots rock stage shows, Dale's guitar writing is also the force behind his range of songwriting. He has released 2 releases under his belt and a third release on the way that blends his threatened Nakota language, hand drumming with contemporary guitar driving storytelling. So please welcome my 87th guest, Dale Mack. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Rhonda, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing really good. I've been keeping myself busy, and we're slowly starting to open up here in Manitoba. And but you know that the numbers are slowly going down, and I'm looking forward. Like we're starting to have live shows, you know I'm pretty well booked all summer, but it's wonderful. And what about you?
I've been keeping busy with some collaborations. As you know, I also operate a studio, so I've been doing some mastering work for our good friend Stan in Winnipeg. He's got some new material coming out. People are going to want to hear it when it's out, so I've been happy doing that. Engineering on the side as well, and finishing up my own album, my third release that's coming out this fall.
That's exciting. Well, I just want to let the audience know that we met in at emerging artist program, right in Portage la Prairie.
That's fall of 2018.
Yeah, and before we get onto we get onto the other questions, I wanted to ask you how did that program how did you find that program for yourself in your own musical career?
A program is essential, like for emerging artists or people that want to get out there and connect or expand their market list or their networks. That is definitely something you want to attend. It opened a lot of doors for me. I made a lot of lifelong friends, as we both know. You know, we met there, and we met the same circle of people. Um, Pretty much, I consider everybody family now that I've met through there. It opened up a lot of doors and opportunities, such as a tour as well. I was booked by Manitoba Arts the following year for Concerts and Care, a tour of southern Manitoba, right, just because of that program, meeting the right people and just showcasing yourself. So that is something you really want to consider if somebody's looking at this program.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear your feedback about the program that we did. It was so much fun and it was great. It's always great to be around artists, the energy that we all give each other, like the support and that creative energy is so great to be around. And I miss that so much. So I just want to say Alex Star Viking from Australia says awesome show with love from Australia. So thank you for tuning in, Alex. Love you, miss you, want to come and sing with you soon. She has um, a real beautiful voice, like soprano voice. She's a real awesome singer. So thank you for tuning in. So I want to ask you a couple of questions before we get into your song. How did you get into music? Like, what inspired you to get into music?
It's something I've always been inspired by. Like, music has been in my life since I was a child. My older brother liked all these classic rock records and heavy metal records and CDs and growing up. And I really got influenced by the grunge era when I was just a kid. And I taught myself guitar by ear. And I learned over the years. It's just something that's just been a part of my blood ever since I picked up my first guitar at age 12, 13.
Wow, that's awesome. That's real. And you still play guitar today, right?
I still play guitar today. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to let the people tuning in too that we work together. We collaborated too on a song that we when we went to the Banff Center. We worked on Santa Baby and I released it last Christmas. So hopefully we'll get some more spins this Christmas. And that was a fun song to record with you.
It was fun. That was my first Christmas single I've ever done.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. And speaking of Banff, can you tell us your experience? Well, I know you've been there a few times. Can you tell us your experience while you were at the Banff Center of the Arts in Alberta?
hmm I'll touch on the most recent one where you and I were both a part of that with that week. That was a real fulfilling week. Everything that I went there for, my expectations were met and beyond. I expected to just have like a solo cabin and just focusing on my work. I did not expect this whole circle of family to evolve from meeting yourself and our friend late Kelly, Mark, Najuan, and everybody from around the world. We have uh, some amazing friends, even from New Zealand. We have some friends there that we just keep in touch, and that whole week was just it wasn't long enough. It felt like it was a real friendly campus to be on, and everything was arts related and music related. I felt like I was in my element every day when I was there.
Yeah, it was an incredible experience, that's for sure. When I was there, we were there for 3 weeks. We were at a songwriting residency. So that was so much fun. And yeah, we met people from all over the world and Australia, and we got invited to go there, but of course COVID got in the way, so that's gonna have to wait probably another hopefully next year. And Alex says we'll sing together soon. Yes, we sure will. So with that, are you ready to perform your first song?
Yeah, absolutely. So I released this song back in June, just over a month ago now. It's a story of a father and his son, inseparable throughout their lives. And obviously, as children, when they grow older, they find their own independence and they become a little distant. But the father always maintains his relationship with his son as he's growing up. This one is called "Moments Last." Your mother dried her eyes when she fixed your tie. I dried my own when you told me goodbye. We never thought you would ever grow up so fast. We tried our best to make these moments last. Now it's hard to look each other in the eye, and somehow I love you just doesn't suffice. I just wanna cry. I stood outside your empty room once more. A part of me listened for you playing on the floor. Our distant hearts has me asking where I went wrong. Hey, do you remember when we danced to that silly song? But now it's hard to look each other in the eye, and somehow I love you just doesn't suffice. I just wanna cry. I know one day your heart will be home once more, and we'll watch your little one playing on the floor. I wonder if you would ask me for advice. You know, a daddy's love for his child would never lie. I wonder if we would look each other in the eye. I'd be so proud of you I wouldn't reply, because I'd wanna cry. cry.
Awesome.
No, thank you.
So where do your lyrics and your melodies come from when you're writing your songs?
Um, I'm a guitarist first. I struggled with that um, acceptance. I tried to be a singer and whatnot, and finally I just said, Dale, you're a guitarist. Be a guitarist. Your voice will come after. So my my the melodies come from my guitar and my guitar writing and my scales and just practicing sounds. The words, I struggle with the words because I wasn't a great writer. So I don't have that gift of making up stories in the air. So I relied on real life things, but not so direct, just kind of reference to guide the storytelling. So it's a bit of truth in my lyrics, just to um, guide that process as I learn to be a better writer.
Well, you have some great comments coming from the viewers. One of them's says Facebook user doesn't show your name, but they said pulled some heartstrings with that one, and giving you
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Axel from Australia said that was beautiful, and another Facebook user says beautiful song, great story. So that they just contradicted everything you said about yourself.
Well, I appreciate the comments and the support. Actually, it does mean a lot.
So, so that must mean you're a great songwriter and a good storyteller.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rhonda.
And you have to keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So when I read your bio, you said that you stated that you were in a rock band for a few years.
Yeah. When I first moved to Regina from White Bear, I was looking for a place to jam. And at the time, there were some university musicians doing the same thing. And they were Indigenous as well. And they started uh, a quarterly group called the Crow Hop Cafe. So I started hanging around there, introducing myself as a guitarist. And three of us formed a band called Indifference. And our singer was from northern Saskatchewan. English was his second language. I think he was more fluent in his Cree language. So we formed the band, and most of his lyrics, 90% of his lyrics and singing was in Cree,
Oh
which
no,
was unheard of at the time in the early 2000s. So we weren't met with a lot of great support because it was unheard of, and it was just there's no market for it here in southern Sask. So we forged on and persevered for over 11 years, and we did tours, albums, and whatnot. And once we decided to carry on with our own endeavors, that's when I got into solo writing.
That's so cool. You should actually get back with your band and release those songs that you were playing because it's so it'll be so popular now. And you know
Hmm.
when I perform in Cree, everyone just loves it. I
Hmm.
think it would do well right now if you guys got back together and recorded those songs for sure. And a Facebook user said about your song sounds great. It touched the heart. So you're getting
Oh,
a lot of good feedback about your songwriting and your guitar playing. And yeah, so you also said that your third release is going to be incorporate your Nakota language. Can you tell us about that?
absolutely. My late father was Nakota. He didn't speak a lot of his language. I'm sure he knew it, but he didn't really speak a lot of it. He was a late Korean War veteran. My mother was from the Dakota Nation, Standing Buffalo, the Tatonka area, and her Sioux side was very strong. Still today, it's a very strong language. So I wanted to preserve some of my dad's lost culture and language through my uncles and whatnot. we're down to, I think, one or two fluent speakers here, elder speakers in the southern region. So I wanted to take stories as much as I could and preserve them and write songs around them. If I couldn't speak it, I wanted to preserve it. So the third album is about stories of a Nakota man. Stories like moments last. We're regular people too. We have to preserve our lifestyle and our way of life in the Nakota way. So I use some Nakota words here and there, some Nakota lyrics here and there in my next album, Pajuta Road, which means medicine road.
Nice. That's awesome. Yes, it's very important to preserve our languages. And I'm just going to read this right now. Dale has been super helpful to me with his advice, guidance, and understanding. I have nothing but love for that guy. I'm not sure who posted that, but it says Facebook user. But this guy has lots of respect for you. Thank you for tuning in.
Much appreciated. Thank you for the support.
That's so awesome. So how did you handle the pandemic? What did you do?
Well, I focused on staying safe. Obviously, that I focused on, okay, what's going to work? This is new for everyone. What's going to work? What's the best advice out there? And always, I'd go home to like a sweat or a powwow before things shut down. I'd talk to an elder or a lodge keeper, a knowledge keeper, and they would say, just keep going to ceremony or pray at a ceremony or make an offering. Stay safe, wash your hands, stay sanitized, follow the rules, but still keep others in your thoughts. And also, when we were able to like gather in small numbers, like no more than 5 or something like that, I'd go to a sweat, and it would be good for our mental health, which really helped me when I was trying to finish a lot of writing. Some of my writing did take a more solemn approach, and obviously I'm sure that was the case with a lot of writers at the time. How do we handle this pandemic? Everything's shut down. We're seeing loved ones not survive this. It did affect me, that I did slow down in my writing. Some of the songs that came out, I'll save those for later when I need those. So I tried to focus on more positive writing, which I struggled with because, like, hey, this doesn't feel natural. If it was like I'm forcing myself to feel happy. So I have a lot of songs on the side that I'll pick from later. How I handled it was just following the rules, staying close to family, and being as careful as possible, and still staying positive online, and trying to encourage others as well to stay positive at the same time.
Right on. Thank you for that. So that was from Jared Lee. That has so much respect for you.
Jared's awesome.
Jared.
He's very successful. I'm
he's doing really well. He's doing awesome too. Thanks for tuning in, Jared. I know he interviewed me a couple of weeks ago too. That was a lot of fun. Usually I'm the one doing the interviewing, but I got to be interviewed for his show that he does online as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Thanks for Did he interview you as well?
He did, back in the wintertime. It was fun. It was technology glitch, but you know what? We made it fun. It was a great time.
Yeah, that's the thing with online. Like sometimes you just have to think on your feet really fast and troubleshoot and just try and make it work the best as you can.
That's right.
Yeah. So are you ready for your second song?
Yes, absolutely. This song is a couple years old. It hasn't been released yet, but it's going to be released later this summer or this fall. I wrote it while in Banff a couple of years ago. It's about a man who's seeing all this trouble in the world, and he's frustrated he feels helpless on how to help people. So he goes to a large ceremony looking for answers. Listen to the lyrics, and maybe you can guess which ceremony he went seeking answers at. This one's called Thundering Sound. Tell me, where's your savior? Where can he be found? I've abandoned a lot of things and he still hasn't come around. Tell me, where's my brother? Where can he be now? He was last walking on the tracks, trying to get out of town. Tell me of those children, mothers gather round. Well, nobody seemed to care till the kids started falling down. Tell me, where's grandfather? Where can he be found? 4 more days and not a thing still hasn't come around. Tell me of that black snake buried underground. Has it poisoned a lot of things? Will it turn your water brown? Tell me of that city by the bay, where young people never go home. What happens to them anyway? Tell me, where's grandfather? Where can he be found? 3 more days and that's the thing. I'll dance till that sun goes down. Tell me, where's grandfather? Where can he be found? 2 more days and not a thing except a thundering sound. Tell me of the color, the shirt that's in your hand. It's more than an orange rag. One day you'll understand. Teach me, elder, teach me to stay this hunger now. I've been in here so long, time to lay that anger down. Tell me, my grandfather, the strength I'm feeling now. Will those answers come to me in the heat that beats me down? Tell me, my grandfather, the hope I'm feeling now. Will those answers come to me in the rain and thundering sound?
That was awesome.
Thank
So
you. Appreciate it.
Bobby from Thompson says, I like, thumbs up. Susan Jolly Maxey says, good to hear your music. Todd Wakefield says, I absolutely love this song.
Right
So
on.
there
Awesome,
you
Todd.
go.
Todd's my co-writer sometimes and a bassist when we have a full band.
Oh, cool. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for tuning in. That's awesome. So there you go. A lot of people love your songwriting and your melody that you compose. So
Oh,
that
thank
means you
you.
gotta keep on writing, keep on getting creative. And I know a lot of times as artists we're hard on ourselves because we do put our heart on a sleeve, and it really truly is blood, sweat, and tears when we create, and we're a little bit not sure of how the world is going to appreciate our music. But when you play it, look at all the comments coming in. They're loving your music, and I'm so glad you're my number 87th guest. And we're coming to the close of the show. So where can we find your music?
You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on iTunes. You can find me on YouTube. what else are my other sites? I think I have some older links on Reverb, Sonic Bids. Oh, that's an old link. Wow, I haven't said that name in years. To Facebook, you can check us up for updates. Follow our website as well, delmac.com. My latest single, Moments Last, is on there, co-produced by my good friend Greg Giesbright of Toronto. He's worked with some amazing names. He was such a treat to work with. I hope he's doing well. I'd love to work with him again someday when we keep in touch. Have a listen to that song, check it out, and give me some support on there. I definitely appreciate it, and I will definitely be doing the same.
Right on. So do you have any parting words?
Other than the usual, keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe, everyone. This will pass. Things will get better. And I look forward to hearing all of you, seeing you in person again, either at the next powwow or at the next live event, maybe a festival or an award show or something. I'd love to chat with everyone.
Right on. Oh, you're getting some fans tuning in here, so I'm just gonna.
Oh, hey, Kisik. Kisik is from New Zealand.
Oh, wow. So Di Jolly says, hi, Uncle Dale from Kisik. Oh, in New Zealand. That's awesome. That's cool. Hi, welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Facebook user says, great show, Rhonda. Awesome play, Dale. I'll be looking for more of your music. Right on. There you got some fans. Shauna Cerniak said, hi. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I have another show tomorrow. My guest is Willie Scandals. He's from Ontario. He's a hip hop artist, so I'm looking forward to interviewing him and listening to his lyrics. Hip hop. I find that hip hop singers, their lyrics are really how do you say, political and right in your face, and that's why I like listening to their music. It's they just say and put it right out there.
They
right?
say it as it is. That's right.
Yeah, they say how it is. So I want to ask everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, continue to social distance. Well, we still are wearing a mask here in Manitoba, and our numbers are coming down, and we'll continue to pray that COVID will leave the world so we can get back to singing and feasting. And Joyce Joy said, enjoyed this. Awesome. So I want to say thank you so much. Susan Jollymack said, thank you, Rhonda. So thanks for tuning in. And again, I have a show tomorrow, and then the next week I'll be interviewing some other people. So I just want to say, stay safe and kasagitan.
Tune in again next time when Rhonda interviews another up-and-coming Indigenous superstar. Only on Indigenous Superstar.